Inside of a nursing home in Boston, my grandfather was sat next to me, reminiscing about stories from his adopted home. The few pockets of memories about his colorful and accomplished life that remained at the time. Before he could tell me them all, Alzheimer's robbed him of the chance. The last time we could share a meaningful discussion or even pose a mundane question over the phone, like, "Hey, how's the weather?" I was 13 years old, and by the time I was 20, he was gone, leaving me with nothing but photographs and anecdotes from those who loved him most. A good starting point has always been our family homestead, Felicity Hall, where my father and his siblings grew up. The Somerset property has 2 sprawling fields, and although our family no longer farms there, it is here that my Vovô planted the seeds of change for our island. Back in 1949, when my Vovô immigrated from the Azores to Bermuda with his mother in search for a better life, there was considerable prejudice on the island against those of Portuguese descent. When I'm in the gardens at Felicity, the smell of the earth reminds me of the strong agriculture industry that the Azorean community built up in Bermuda. My Vovô, however, would be careful to interject and remind me we were and are also business owners, lawyers, and teachers, among other things, contributing to the social and economic fabric of the island. My Vovô was an architect, his flair for design evident in the Bermuda Heritage Day parade floats he used to craft for Vasco da Gama Club, where he served as president. From community service and politics to broadcasting the news in his native tongue, he championed his Portuguese and Azorean culture in all avenues of his life. Despite his accolades and selfless service to others, though, my Vovô was a man of family above all else. It was in his cedar dining room that I enjoyed my first Portuguese boiled dinner, a recipe passed down through generations that brought all hands together in the kitchen to make it. Each spoonful heartwarming, nourishing, and bursting with tradition. Although there are 2 less chairs at the dining table today, when I eat cocido das furnas, it reminds me of the hands who worked hard to provide me with a life as bountiful as the harvests at Felicity Hall. Today, I might not have an MBE or a knighthood like my Vovô did, but I find comfort in knowing that his legacy will not be forgotten, be it in the stories that chronicle the Portuguese heritage in Bermuda, or the ones I might pass on to my own children someday. In the meantime, I'll continue to water the seeds that he planted.